opening through the core, light chambers, opening to source light, allowing this flow, allowing this flush, washing, releasing the burdens of time, coming into this vertical channel, starting to feel this through the left side of the mind into, feels like into the back of the left shoulder blade, but also through this rib cage, the lung space, and into this lower left womb and hip area. Okay, starting to see this triangulation of the distorted mother here through the divine feminine range. So we could say the counterpart, countertone to that distortion within the that the distorted mother holds within her divine masculine range. It is in effect a it's a mirroring, but it's a repelling through the field. So what I'm actually seeing is this kind of triangulation, the same that we've witnessed in the distorted mother, but reflected through the divine feminine field now. This lens, this element of confusion, to the dynamic, this element of fog or just this unclear seeing, unseeing, the unseen. Oh, the unseen, as in this observer stance, this observer position, being unable to fully witness with the clarity of the source field, source origin union. Bringing in the source light into these ranges. These, okay, and starts to feel like apocalyptic tones here through the throat, through the base of the brain, into the lungs. This, it's like a distorted emerald tone. Wow. I also get, okay, so this is interesting because it starts to look and remind me of the, it's like the Wicked Witch of the West, which is actually interesting though, because I am feeling this in the direction as I look. It is from this western front, through the field, primary quadrant tones. Really bringing up this kind of unsettled feeling. Coming into the front of the mind, this witch tone. I'm trying to pull in this correlation. I can't remember this character. Feels like there's an element, the way that she played on the field, this element of fear. Coming into the base of the brain, in the front of the mind here. It is this element of being hunted though, because there was this statement of I'll get you. Okay, as soon as we come into that, we start to see the formulation of the Divine Mother tone in the right side of the front of the mind. Massive mind programming here. I can feel these archonic tones. Dokosho starting to flush from the field. Dokosho shi shatakai chashaki. Dokorokosho shi shatakai chashaki. So this whole pomp and circumstance again, where we feel locked out, where we feel blind from our own field due to these distorted kind of healer, these false fronts, these apparitions. There's something that we don't know, that we can't see, that we can't understand within our own field lights. Oh my goodness. Okay, here this is plugging into the divine masculine heart, Lokoshoshi, this vertical chain, Lokosho each, as well as the horizontal impression through this distorted emerald. Okay, just bringing in source light here. Start to release this. It's like this poison, but this is in effect, what these energies do is to poison the fields, but essentially against one another, so that we isolate, so that we do not come in to share, to commune, turning each against the other, and the fields really have so much to share, as far as these parts and pieces of distortion that's happening. So even if we look at what's going on in the physical world, this isolation and separation, this is a representation of the greater field effect. Coming in through this vertex, through the feminine range, into the heart core. So painful here. Separating. Not just the union, not just the feminine from the masculine tone, but then the feminine from the feminine. This greater collaboration. Potential. Coming into the base of the brain stem here. Heart light. Valuation. This weighing of the heart, which is invalid. This energy here. Okay, releasing this copper. We'll just call it this contraceptive dokoshoshi device through the mind. Okay, wow. This is that distorted fleur-de-lis, the separation, oh my goodness, through the mind. And okay, we see this, it's like an egg tone, but also it's these cone-headed kind of alien tones. These are machinations of really through the human mind. These don't actually, the only way they can exist is through the implications through the human system, continually connecting into it and creating it. It's really, it's quite, it's just awful. This tone. And let's separate this out through the earth's core. So from the land, from this, it's almost being represented by this Shiva Lingam, Lokoshoshi tone, but to separate where this has infiltrated into the DNA, into the orders, and coming into the left abdomen and the base of the brain again. Okay. Continuing to bring in source light here to illuminate. Wow. This nausea, and through the base of the brain. Clearing the deception, the misconception. Oh my goodness. This cornering or this sphere tone that has been, there's something about these quadrant ranges and this still point, how this has been manipulated. We'll continue to bring in source light here to shine the light on this. And just opening through the space-time, through the sacred alchemy, into these sacred tones, the sacred temples, to release, opening into the stargate, into the base of the brain, clearing through the vision, through the left eye, where these energies are continually attempting to infiltrate into the fields. This false vision, false light, false love. It's the energy through control, through ownership, through seals, through stamping, through this breaking of the field, this fractalization, this compartmentalization, separation, isolation, the chambers of being. Wow. Oof. Feeling this burning through the heart. Where the heart has been separated from itself, through this red book, these proclamations. Through the wisdom fields. Wow. Feeling this through the back of the right side of the neck. These red tones inflamed. Inflaming. Fanning the flame. Fanning the fires. Hellfires, fire and brimstone. Fear-based oration. Wow, huge clearing through the root with this. Seeing this triangulation through the base of the brain. Okay, let's bring in the source light here. And into the top of the heart. Setting the resonant tones to continue to clear, opening through the healing foundation. Calling in the mother codes and the father field. Interesting. How the mother code comes in through the right side of the body and the father through the left. Into the base of the heart to start to create this chalice. This this cup, this reservoir, this receiver. Through the heart base. Wow. Alright, so just allowing this to start to release and rebuild into the base of the ribs and the base of the brain. As it is so.